city. Now, let me ask you, because we have a similar thing in Miami-Dade County, right?
Hmm.
Miami-Dade County is the county. The city of Miami is a city in Miami-Dade County.
Right.
Now, is the city of Los Angeles in LA County? Or,
Yes.
okay, so,
Yes. So in historically, there's two types of governments in city government nationwide. I live in Athens, Georgia. Okay. Athens Clark County is a city county. San Francisco is a city county. So, like when you're the mayor of San Francisco, you're also the head of the county of San Francisco. Los Angeles, which a lot of places are, the city is one entity and it's inside this bigger county entity. It's the same thing up in Seattle. Seattle is in King County, but there is also the King County government. And it's just a different style of governing. I've never really known the history of why is San Francisco a city county? Why is Athens, Georgia a city county? Why is Seattle and Los Angeles a city within a county? If anybody knows in the uh, chat, go ahead and let us know. It's not something I probably should have looked it up a long time ago. Probably should have looked it up last night. Anyway, does that answer your question?
yeah.
Well, this leads me to my first question for you. First main question, I guess. How has capitalist motives driven the construction of luxury homes in regions known for wildfires, prioritizing profit over environmental considerations? I know Malibu is not in LA County, but I believe the Palisades, which is near there, is in
Oh,
LA County.
okay. Malibu is in LA County.
I was in Ventura County.
Not most of it. Most of it, I think, is in LA County
Okay.
because I looked it up last night. I think it's mostly in LA County.
Okay.
And the city of Los Angeles, the city of Malibu is very similar to the city of West Hollywood. It's a
Uh,
it's the fire department and the sheriff's department from the county are
mhm.
the first responders and law enforcement and fire department. But within that, see, that's the thing. It's like you have these cities like Burbank and Glendale, they have their own fire departments. Pasadena has its own fire department. Malibu does not have its own fire department. Neither does West Hollywood or their own law enforcement. Where the fire was in Altadena, that's completely unincorporated, completely the county jurisdiction. So, and I know this is all very confusing and
No,
goofy
it is. You know, as a I'm a Bay Area native, so it's slightly different where I'm from. But I did live in an unincorporated part of town for a while, a city called Bay Point, which is unincorporated. So you dealt with sheriffs when it came
right,
to and deputies when it came to law enforcement because they didn't have their own
right.
police department. But it definitely wasn't a place where we were afraid of wildfires. Now, somewhere like Malibu, for those people that don't know where Malibu is on a map. It's a beautiful coastal city with these gajillion-dollar mansions and all the famous people you can imagine live in them. And they had wildfires. What in '93? There was a bunch
Oh,
of wildfires.
they had a big wildfire in December.
Was it December when that fire was?
Yes, they had a
They
big
had one a
fire
few
in
in
December.
2018 too, right? 2018 there was a big fire
Oh, they
happening
have
too, right?
fires practically every year. I mean,
Yeah,
and see now that's why Mike Davis, the article let Malibu burn because
yeah,
um yes, I think historically, I don't know what's going to happen this time, but historically rich people seem to get FEMA money faster than poor people. I'm not sure how
hmm
that works. Um I'm joking. I do know how that
yeah,
works, but um and rich people rebuild those houses all the time because they want to have a house on the beach, and a lot of times they also have the money to do it. And then one of the problems with like the whole getting insurance money and FEMA is, if you're just a regular, like I have friends right now, they're trying to find an apartment. They have no place to live, and they
yeah.
just jump the because, and I've been asking this question, if an apartment is empty, the city and the state have really no ability to like if it was for rent yesterday for 3,000 and tomorrow it's for rent for 6,000, they don't really have any ability to do anything about that. In California, we do have rent controls statewide and often citywide and those kinds of things. But if it was sitting there empty, the fires happened, they're jumping the rates like, it's you already had a housing crisis
Yeah.
and there I mean, and it changes every day. So please, the chat, don't hold me to this. The last I heard, it was like 15,000 structures, and about 80 to 90% of them were homes. So if you go on the low end, what's that? 13,000 homes. That's
Mhm.
a lot of homes to lose in a city and even a county that's has a housing crisis. Um, that would be a lot of homes to lose if it wasn't a housing crisis. You know.
Mhm.
Um, and and
Is there
and
ever
and
any?
that's what's go
Go ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was going to say,
No,
is there ever any talk in city government about maybe trying to stop some of the rebuilds in places like Malibu or even the Palisades, or do you just not want to mess with those rich people, lawyers?
I think it's going to go the other way, Jason. I think there's going to be a big push to have less restrictions, and in fact, Karen's already said that, and that was
Oh,
one of the things she was headed towards with the homelessness issues. Her whole thing of like, I want things permitted in 90 days. It's
hmm
like if you've been in the city of Los Angeles, try and get an email back in 90 days from the planning commission, it's like, or the planning department, it's, um, I think they're going to go the other way. I think they're going to try and build back as fast as they can. And I think they're going to try and find ways to have fewer restrictions, not less. That's just what I'm reading.
hmm
Uh, I mean, I've been talking to my friends in Los Angeles, and I've been talking to some of my constituents, but and it's a weird thing. It's like they just had the election,
yeah,
CD 14. They they got the new member, and she's a housing rights lawyer.
hmm
Nobody can find them because they kind of took over at the beginning of the year.
hmm
Nobody has their phone numbers. CD 14, like when you leave the city, they turn your phones off fast. So all those people over there, and that's right below Altadena. They had all the smog. They had a bunch of eviction notices, and I'm not. That there should be better transitions for all everybody, but and I can only imagine what it's like. I mean, you have a I think she's in her 30s. She's been a, housing rights attorney. The
hmm
city of LA is a beast. She's
hmm
trying to hire staff, and she's walking right into, this, and fortunately, see, every what I'm getting right now is it's kind of getting back to normal in most of LA. Obviously, not in Altadena, not in the Palisades. But the smoke is cleared. The eviction notices are all starting to end. People are getting back in their houses if they had to leave. And the city's kind of getting back to normal.